What's up, guys? What's up? This is Light Soul here. Coming to you from out of country. Yeah, I am currently out of country, and that's the reason why. And that's actually the reason why I've not been streaming a lot lately. Actually, streaming at all lately, is because my time zones are just off. When it's daytime here and a good time for me to stream, it's not a great time in America because you guys are asleep or in weekdays and things. So recordings are going to be good. It's going to give me an opportunity to get into content creation a little bit as well, and I have more control of that than actually streaming. So today I found a player online. He wasn't a great player, so I decided this would be a great opportunity for me to get some recording time in without on pretty easy. So I recorded this today, and now I'm putting on the audio. So I start this whole thing off by going my favorite character in the game that's not named Bayonetta, Duck Hunt. I love this character. I was using this character before the character started getting some popularity, and so Duck Hunt versus Ness. This is actually not a bad matchup for Duck Hunt at all. Duck Hunt has the tools to go toe to toe with Ness and make Ness's life a living hell. Like you're seeing right here, Duck Hunt has he has all three of his projectiles can stop PK fire. I can stay outside of Ness's effective PK fire range by simply walling him out. Do not get walling out and camping the wrong way, because a lot of people think that walling means camping. No, Duck Hunt does not need to camp. I think actually Duck Hunt loses if he's trying to camp. Instead, Duck Hunt has amazing mobility. He has the ability of, I like the foxtrot. He has a great foxtrot. You see me foxtrotting a little bit right here. I'm just stepping forward. I don't need to approach him at all. Look at the percentage. I'm at 35. He's at 104, and I'm still putting on the pressure. I can keep my pressure game going from across the stage. There's nothing that he's really able to do to stop that besides try to approach me. And Ness gets a lot off of his grapples, and Duck Hunt, I don't have to be near you. So that takes away a big chunk of Ness's game is grappling. If he can't grapple, there's nothing much he can do. So right there, I wanted to go off stage, but at the same time, I decided to toss my can because can snipe Ness's his recovery. The ball can get destroyed by Can, which just absolutely takes it, and Ness just drops to his death. I've done that to a Ness before, and he got pretty pissed when that happens. So look at that right there. He tries going for a up smash, and I just snipe. I take him out with down smash. Duck Hunt has one of the worst. So yeah, he just flat out got pissed and left, and I had to drop that taunt. Like, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Oh man. Yeah. I've made people do that. Like, they can't figure out what to do against Duck Hunt. And Ness, I think Duck Hunt versus Ness is either 50-50 or 55-45 in Duck Hunt's favor. Because a good Duck Hunt is not going to let Ness do what he likes doing, which is PK fires, which is getting in grapples, using his projectiles to make you approach. Ness wants you to approach. Duck Hunt doesn't give a shit about your approach game. He doesn't give a shit about you trying to make him approach. He's going to make you approach him. So he goes to counter pick and drops his fox on me. So watch this. Just watch this. This is just great. Duck Hunt has a great, like Fox can body Duck Hunt, but at the same time, Duck Hunt has a lot of tools for making Fox's life so bad. And look at this. I mean, look at this. I only did 8% with the stage doing 1% to him, and absolutely kills him because of Fox's ass recovery. Like Fox is the game's fastest fast faller, and if you release Fox at the edge, because Fox is trying to mash out so much, Fox will just drop to his death sometimes, especially if he's hitting the jump button. It's bad for Fox. So And that's what I did. I just said, like, I'm just gonna drop you. And that was all she wrote. I mean, he panicked and did not recover right. So right there, he's mistiming a lot of things. But Fox has, what was he doing? He looked like he was trying to do a down air on me, trying to get a down air spike, which does not exist for Fox. And it ended up costing him the game. He did not need to do that. He could have jumped back on stage and had stage control. At least made me put the pressure on me to get back on stage. But yeah, so with that, I was thinking of leaving. I was really thinking of leaving, but I decided that was such a bad way for anybody to end up losing. So I give it to him. I decided, let me play a little bit longer. I'm recording, why not? So I go Pikachu, who I haven't used in a while. I have not used Pikachu on a tournament basis for a while. I still play him like these moments, but Bale took over for Pikachu. But yeah, I go Pikachu. Look at this. He goes Duck Hunt. At least he wasn't on my color, because the mod's over the brown one. So, but yeah, he goes Snoopy Pikachu. He goes Snoopy on me, and he's doing everything he can to wall out. I think he really thinks that Duck Hunt's an easy character, so he decided to go ahead and try his luck with Duck Hunt. Or maybe he even wanted the Ditto. I'm thinking, what if this guy is? Because you saw his tag. His tag is PG Jack. I'm thinking, what if this guy's Panda? Is Panda Global? Trust me, by this point in time, I didn't think it was Panda Global anymore. Unless they got like a bad player on their team. But but yeah, with Pikachu, I don't have to approach. And I'm gonna make you approach me. And if you don't have an effective way of, like he does, he's not playing Duck Hunt right to this matchup, which is you're going to spend a lot more time not using your projectiles on Pikachu, because like you see, I'm doing full hop, I'm doing things just to make it hard for him to hit me with his projectiles. But I love how Duck Hunt is slightly getting some more representation. I haven't watched NVD play him, and because of that, I'm not going to wonder if he's the best Duck Hunt in America. Probably is, because no one plays him really. But I remember at Glitch, last year's Glitch, the first Glitch, there was a player from South Carolina or North Carolina who came up to Virginia, Maryland, and used Duck Hunting. If you saw that, he made it really far. And I watched this guy live playing my favorite character and making it pretty far. And now NVD started playing. He used him as a counter pick at Super Smash Con, and then we have the Japanese player that came up and showed off what he's able to do. And I haven't seen any players in America that play Duck Hunt like the way the Japanese do. That's an unfortunate SD for my opponent, but I think that was just a misinput. He tried doing up B and ended up just having B come out, unless he thought that he could actually toss Can out and be able to recover. But right there, my opponent did not think about using Duck Hunt's wall jump. This is how I know he was just pulled Duck Hunt out of his ass. I will say he pulled Duck Hunt out of his ass to just show off. And he did not know. Duck Hunt has a wall jump, and it helps a lot, especially on a stage like that. Because his recovery is really bad. It's so easy to snipe Duck Hunt's recovery. I wasn't going off stage a lot. I didn't need to. I decided to play the stage presence a lot more. So at this point, I'm really strongly starting to think about leaving, but I decided to stick around a little bit more. I'm recording, why not? And then my opponent drops this. He drops Charizard on me. So he went Charizard, my Pikachu against his Charizard, and watch this. I mean, you just know this is straight up for glory, man. I could have been an asshole and taunted him too, just dropped like 2 taunts on him or teabagged him, but I did it. I like to respect people, and it makes them want to stick around longer if you show some respect. So my mistake, and I made a mistake in this match, was not capitalizing on his bad use of side Bs. Right there, I don't need to approach him, but I could have actually jab locked him. So when Charizard uses his side B, if it hits shield or even just hits you, Charizard will go into hit stun. You see that? He goes into hit stun. There's no getting around it. Charizard has to take this hit stun. And if you saw too, I tried to do a forward air, but my hitbox did not come out in time, and so my Pikachu just sitting there in Charizard's crotch area, just like, what's up? And it's like, it's a little hot down here. Just having fun with it. But look at this. I had to just capitalize. Like, that's the hit stun. There's no teching that. There's no getting around it. That is one thing they did do, is they made it where Charizard does that move, he's going to be punishable. He's going to have some kind of weakness to that move, and the weakness is outside the fact it goes super long, and Charizard goes into so much in lag. But look at this. So I'm thinking of leaving, and my opponent drops. No, please don't leave me yet, man. I really want to at least take one stock off of you, because he hadn't taken a single stock all game on me. So I do it. I decided to stick around a little bit longer, and so my last match against him, I go Yoshi, who is one of my favorite characters. I really only play characters I really like, which is Bayonetta, Pikachu, Yoshi, and Duck Hunt. Those are my 4 characters that's on my list that I play all the time. So he goes Pikachu, decides to, for the second time during this set, drop the same character I'm using in some kind of attempt maybe to show that, hey, I can play this character too, or this is the way the character I believe should be played. I never really worry about Dittos. I unfortunately did not get a chance to do a Ditto, but look at that. 4 glory rolls all day. But he did show off that he has some knowledge of using some of Pikachu's offstage game, but I find a lot of players lately who use Pikachu focus on that offstage stuff a lot, and it costs them stocks because of things like that, like an unfortunate SD. So at this point, I think my opponent leaves. Like, look at this. Like, look at what Pikachu's doing. Like, I'll stand in front of him, he's not doing anything, he's not reacting to like my missed moves. So I think the computer took over, and I was like, man, really? You could have finished this match. You could have actually had gone, hey, I'm going to finish the match, even though I'm getting bodied. But he doesn't. He rage quits on me, whether it was the actual command. But yeah, 1-2, forward, air V, the jump back, and that's it. If you don't snatch ledge right away, you're done. You can be done, or air dodge, you're done. So that's how it ends. It's not anticlimactic or anything, but I thought this was a great way for me to get in some recording before to make up for lost time. But at the end, so peace out, guys, and I will see you next time.